Hey Christians, are you a virgin?
Well then stick around because we're going to tell you how to get the job done
on your wedding night. So a lot of you clicking on this video are probably Christians, most likely a virgin, and trying to figure out how you're going to have sex on your wedding night. Is it frightening?
We actually have a video that we made and we'll link it up here for you in which we discuss how it was on our wedding night as virgins.
Was it awkward? Just watch that video to find out. But we got such a response from that video. Lots of comments, lots of questions for us that we thought we would put another video out there for you guys telling you our best tips and advice for Christians on their wedding night as virgins.
We're by no means professionals, but we did come up with 10 tips for you guys that I hope helps you make it through that awkward wedding night.
That's right, and somehow we figured it out.
Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Tip number 1, talk it out.
Sex in general is super awkward, especially as a Christian. You're raised to think that you can't really talk about it. There's a lot of pretense to it. It's just really not something that's easy to bring up, but you should be able to bring it up to the person you're going to marry and experience this with. If you can't even talk about it, then how do you expect to have a good wedding night?
We dated from 15 years old and got married at 23 years old. And all along that time, I mean, eventually it did get brought up. I started to understand that she was really nervous about sex.
Terrified.
Yeah. Nervous is an understatement. Terrified is definitely more appropriate. And so as we started getting closer to marriage, we kind of understood each other's expectations before that night ever took place.
Yes. So that's what you should really talk about with that person, is their expectations, because some people are not on the right level with that at all going into it, and that will make your wedding night super awkward. Say for instance, he's expecting it to be mind-blown sex like the movies portray.
What?
No, just watch the video.
Just kidding.
She could have expectations of, you know, it might not happen for a few days. So if they go into it that night not talking about that, that's two totally different outlooks on it.
So instead of enjoying the night, one of the two or maybe both of you are going to end up just aggravated and disappointed and upset. So talk it out.
That's right.
That leads us into tip number 2. It does not all have to happen on your wedding night.
That's right. And I truly feel like that should be the expectation, that it may not happen, and that's okay, because you got to figure this thing out. You've never done this before. That would be like me never ever seeing somebody peel a banana and
you get the point. We're going to use that. That was funny. If you truly are virgins, then there are lots of different things that you can explore on your wedding night if you guys are too nervous or just can't actually figure out the whole sex part.
You also have your honeymoon, and we highly encourage some sort of honeymoon, even if it's just 1 day, 2 days, just to have that intimate time that is stress-free. And you can figure it all out during that time. And there's just so many different aspects of exploring one another. You're seeing each other naked for the first time. You can shower together for the first time. And that in itself is special. So you shouldn't take away from every other experience just for that one sexual experience, because it is going to happen. This tip is mainly for the women. I don't know. Guys might care too. But this is tip number 3, and it is to wear something that makes you feel sexy. So it doesn't actually have to be sexy. If it's something that is comfortable, then go that route, because I know if you've never worn lingerie before, it may feel super awkward to you. So if that is making you more nervous about the actual act of sex, then I say don't wear that. Wear something that's a little revealing, that's really soft and comfortable.
From a virgin male standpoint, if she were to wear some short shorts, I mean, that would be a huge turn on. You don't necessarily have to go like all out in this crazy lingerie in order to turn your man on.
Like I said, you're a Christian. He loves you. He's married you for your values and who you are, and that probably includes some modesty. You don't need to look like a porn star. You don't need to listen to worldly movies.
As a matter of fact, that would have been a huge turn off for me if she did look like that. Anyway, so. Tip number 4, if you don't drink, you can just skip this one, but a glass of wine goes a long way.
Yeah, so just something to calm your nerves. And like, even if you don't drink, there's other things than wine. I mean, certain music might calm you down. Listen to it on the ride to the hotel. Like, just anything that's going to get your mind not thinking about what is about to happen. Just calm down. Xanax, I don't know.
Teeth. There are teeth.
Yeah, there are lots of teeth.
There is no smooth way to say this one, but lube, okay? So being virgins, you're going to be nervous more than likely about sex, and nerves can really make things
harder
and
get
drier.
Into. Yeah.
So lube is a good one. That will make things a whole lot more comfortable for you. Moving on.
Tip number 6 is kind of already been touched on, but it's to not expect it to be like the movies. There isn't really one movie that I've seen that has really portrayed, which you don't really watch a lot of movies that would like really go into it, but when they do, they portray sex as just not what your first time should look like.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't expect Hollywood on your wedding night. Yeah. It's not going to be like that.
It's not. Your life's not Hollywood. That's not
real life. And if it is, you should wonder whether the other person actually is a virgin or not.
Yes.
Yeah. Just saying. Tip number 7, this one kind of goes along with it's not like the movies. How many times in the movies have you seen some sex scene, whether it actually was explicit or not, end with them getting out of bed, going into the bathroom, and cleaning up? Never. It doesn't happen. They're like, that was so nice, sweetie, and they kiss each other and they roll over and go to sleep.
And then they wake up in the morning and they have sex again.
And they have perfectly fresh breath and beautiful makeup on.
Yeah, that is not real life. So no one talks to you about this. At least no one did to us. But it is messy. Sex is messy. There are fluids. There are things that you need to clean yourself.
So tip number 7 is clean yourself.
That's right.
Get up and clean yourself up. Not only does it just make you feel kind of gross if you don't, and then you may not be able to sleep that good after your crazy night, but also it's actually
good hygiene.
Yeah, it's good hygiene. You can actually get infections and things.
UTIs. So just that's
clean yourself. It's not weird. You're not going to make the other person feel upset. Just get up and go clean yourself and get back in bed. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Being a wedding planner and seeing lots of weddings, here comes tip number 8. Make sure you eat something on your wedding day. There's a lot of craziness that goes on and into a wedding day, so you will most likely be starving.
So you need to like hold back some of your excitement, and that could also be for you girls or guys who may be a little bit nervous. Leave your wedding and go grab a bite to eat to kind of break up the drive a little bit that will have you just in your head and thinking about what's about to happen. Go get yourself a bite to eat. Having a full stomach is going to help calm your nerves as well. So that's definitely one that I would highly recommend. We didn't do it.
And we were hungry.
And we were hungry, yeah. We fooled around and then we ended up going to bed hungry because you're in a hotel and there's no food. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so
just make yourself comfortable like you would eat on any other regular day. This day's been filled with so much emotion and excitement. Just fill yourself up. Fuel yourself for what is about to come.
Fuel the rocket.
Okay. You take it too far. Okay.
Tip number 9, choose the easy position. Let's not, on night number 1, whip out the Kama Sutra book and start flipping pages and then say, ooh, that one looks fun. It's already going to be kind of difficult to figure this stuff out. Let's stick to something easy. If you don't know anything about easy positions, maybe look up some non-pornographic images on how to exactly do certain positions and keep things simple.
And keep it comfortable. So some of that stuff is like way like, I ain't even going to go into detail, but like you're like, okay, we're not doing acrobatics. So just keep it comfortable, keep it simple. You have all your marriage to explore that stuff.
That's enough on that.
Yeah.
Next.
Number 10 is to have fun. Right. Don't make it so serious that you can't even be yourselves with one another. If you have fallen in love with this person, hopefully you can laugh with this person because that's so much more important than sex.
We sure had quite a bit of laughs on our wedding night. Again, go see that video. There we talked about some pretty awkward moments that we took it more lightheartedly than I thought we would. It ended up being really funny and fun. We actually, I think, have those memories stronger than actually having sex.
I think that that's something as a Christian that it can be hard at first because you're so used to everyone in like your church or just your parents. They may talk about sex in such a serious context and almost like a context that we shouldn't be talking about this. It's a big secret. But it's supposed to be fun. It's talked about in the Bible. So have fun, enjoy each other, because this is just the start of a lifetime together.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you guys a little bit. If you've watched our other wedding night video, then maybe this one went into a little bit more detail for you guys and explained some things that we might have just glossed over in the other video. If you guys have any other questions for us, hit us up in the comments, and maybe we'll make a whole nother video just on your question if it's good enough. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.